This video is for my newer free-to-play type of players. If you're just getting started with Raid Shadow Legends, if you're thinking about playing, or if you've been in it for maybe a month or 2 or 3, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to be going over my current free-to-play account and covering all the different aspects and areas and stages of the game to show you where I'm at in this account that I started a little over 100 days ago. So this is the 100 plus. It's 117 days in. We're about to hit 118. We're 117 days in. We're showing how far we've come, what we've been able to accomplish, what we haven't, the challenges that we've faced. I feel like there's quite a few things in this account that we've been able to do that are outstanding. And then of course there's some challenges that we faced and mistakes that were made, and I'm going to cover all of it so that, as I said, if you're a brand new account, if you're a brand new Raid Shadow Legends player, or if you're thinking about joining, here's some things to look out for, and maybe you can take this account and kind of weigh it and compare it to your own to see where you could maybe be further, and or of course comment if you feel like there's some stages that I could have been better at. If you've a vet player and you've been playing for a second, I take feedback somewhat well. I might cry myself to sleep later, but I'll take it and I'll use it, so I appreciate it. If you're watching this video and you're thinking about starting Raid, but you haven't yet, or if you have and you want to start an alt account, I've got the perfect start to help you hit the ground running. Hold up, now's the time to click my link in the description below so that you can get yourself a free Karato, as well as 3 other insane epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Play and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get a free Karato right after signing up, as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Alright, so let's break this account down. Again, we are about 117 days, or we are exactly 117 days in. We're over the 100 mark. We're almost at 4 months, but we'll pretend that we're 100 days in, okay? Here's where we're at. I think one of the biggest things when somebody gets started with a brand new raid account is the Arbiter missions. Now, the number one biggest thing is probably how many 6-star champions you have and getting your first 6-star champion. We'll get to that here in a second, but I think one of the top priorities is probably Arbiter mission. I'm not going to sit too long on this, where you can literally just see where I'm at. Plain and simple, I wanted to have her done by now, but she's not. The biggest challenges that I think that a newer player is going to face, probably these later stages on Arbiter, when it comes to clearing the stage 20 on all the different dungeons, Spider, Fire Knights, etc., dragons. You get the picture. You need to get to stage 20 and finish it. You also need to be able to do 75 million damage to Nightmare, and you need to do 100 million damage to the Demon Lord also on Nightmare. So there's a couple of different things that you really need to keep an eye out for. The stages that have kept me stuck the most is literally just waiting for these potion keeps to open up. I kind of wish I had gotten a whole lot further during that first week when they were all open for me, but that's okay, it happens. This one keeps me waiting and waiting and waiting to get it done, and the second one that keeps me stuck is the one that I'm currently stuck on, which is where you have to unlock a specific affinity bonus. Right now, it's not stuck because I can't do arena or because I don't have enough refills to do arena. It's simply that it takes so many arena freaking runs to get these done. So like, for example, I need to upgrade one of these to stage 9. I've literally just been doing accuracy on magic because I already have it to stage 8, might as well. You have to have 900 freaking crests, or whatever they're called, medals. You have to have 900 in order to upgrade it. I'm almost there, but then there's going to be another Arbiter mission a little bit down from where I'm at currently, where you have to upgrade it to level 10, which is going to be 1,000. So I need quite a bit of those. I'm consistently going in and redoing my classic arena as much as possible, but since I haven't put a lot of focus in arena, I've been putting it in other areas of the game. It's not like I'm winning 100% of my win. Yeah, here we go. 88% win rate, which isn't, I don't think, too bad, but obviously I probably could be getting it done quite a bit more frequently. So those are the 2 areas that are really getting me stuck on the Arbiter missions, but I am on the 4th section, the 4th part of all the different Arbiter missions, so we are getting there. We're almost to her. We almost got her. We'll get it. It's fine. I am thinking about doing a whole other challenge where we do an Arbiter, the fastest Arbiter run, where we're going to try and get her as quickly as humanly possible for free to play, not spending. I don't know. I haven't set up the challenge rules yet, but I think that one will be fun, but it's going to be a pain in the freaking butt and a grind. Okay, the next section I want to talk about is campaign. Now with this, I also want to follow up with thinking about how many 6-star champions I have, because I think when you're first getting started in Raid, one of your number one goals, if not the number one goal, is getting your first 6-star champion, because once you start to 6-star your champions, different stages of the game start to open up and be a lot easier, especially as you get more and more of them with different kits and different abilities, so you can build better teams, etc. But here's first an update on where I am with my campaign. So I have 3-starred all of normal, hard, and brutal. Oh, you can't see this because of my freaking cam, but I I've finished all of my normal, hard, and brutal. And then on Nightmare, I've gotten up a bit for Nightmare to completing quite a few of these to 3-star. I don't even remember not getting these. So we're almost there to finish 3-starring all of them. I just haven't been able to, one, put in the energy to simply go through and doing it. I mean, every single one of these is 16 energy, and you have to obviously do it with only 2 champions. And it's a bit of an energy suck, and I haven't been able to put those resources into it because they've been in other places, and I'll get to that here in a minute on why that is and why my focus has been literally everywhere else, but not too bad. Wouldn't mind finishing the Nightmare for that Sacred Shard, but that's okay. Let's talk about how many 6-star champions we have on this account. I currently have 9. I am about to do a 10th here very, very soon. I'm trying to get a 10th one right now as I finish up this champion training event that's going on, because it's also going on during a clan versus clan event, so I'm trying to double dip with those and get a 6th champion done. And I'm also doing it because in the Arbiter missions, there is a mission where you have to ascend a spirit champion to level 6 ascension. I was dumb, forgot that was there. I knew it was there and I forgot, and I had leveled up all of my spirit champions that I had gotten to level 6. I'd already ascended them all the way, so I needed to reascend somebody. And then there's another one where you have to do it to a magic champion and a force champion and a void champion. So I do need to get a few more 6-stars done here soon, otherwise I'm going to get stuck on those, and we don't want that. So I'm trying really hard right now while there's a champion training and a CVC to go ahead and get as many 6-star champions as I possibly can. I just did Magnar today. I 6-starred him, I 6-starred Magnar today because he's the spirit affinity, so that I can do it for the Arbiter. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and I'm probably, as the next 6-star, is probably going to be Miscreated Monster, because he'll be able to help me get to those spiders and get all the way, hopefully, to stage 20. That's the goal, that's the hope. And also he's a magic affiliated champion. You know what I'm talking English, no first language. Okay, he's a magic champion, so then I can use that for the Arbiter missions. And of course, I'll have to continue on and also do the Force champion and the Void champion. I'll have to figure that out as I go. I really should have been smart and left these guys that I 6-starred to 5-star ascension, so that when this Arbiter mission came up, I can 6-star them. It's really frustrating that it doesn't count it already, because I've already 6-star ascended, a champion in the Spirit, Magic, Affinity, and Force. I've already done all of that. In the Void, I've done all of that, but it doesn't count unless you do it once that Arbiter mission is currently live. So that was my mistake. Oops, ouch, but it's okay. We're fixing it, and we're also double dipping in different events at the same time so that we, get it done efficiently. Okay, so let's just pretend there's 10. I'm pretty sure we'll get that done today. So 10 6-star champions. I chose these champions specifically based on which areas I needed them for, which teams, which stages, so that I can help to progress as much as possible, both for the Arbiter missions, but also for other areas like Clan Boss, which let's move into that. So Clan Boss, I'm really happy to say that I'm able to do Nightmare on 3 keys. So I can 3 key Nightmare, which means I'm doing it pretty much every day, unless it's like an off day and I can only get 2 keys in. Sometimes that happens, but I can 3 key Nightmare, almost 1 key Brutal, so I can, for the most part, get both of these done most days. And then I'm trying to work on Ultimate or Ultra Nightmare. That one's gonna be a bit of a difficult situation, okay? But I am happy to say that we are 3 keying at least Nightmare, because then we get that Ultimate chest, which has the ability to potentially drop Sacred Shards, which was a huge, big problem for this count for a while, not having enough Sacred Shards whenever Summon Rushes and Champion Chases came up for fusions and things. Wrapping up for the clan bosses, we've got Hydra and Chimera. I don't really do too much for these. I'm not focusing too much on those. I'm not putting in too many energy on them, but I do the keys every single week, so that obviously for the clan, and also because sometimes they come up as a daily quest. We can only do normal, and sometimes we hit the novice chest. Like, that's how hard Hydra is right now. But also, like I mentioned before, I am focusing my resources and my attention on other areas. I don't feel like these two are huge pain point for the first 2 to 3 months for newer players. I think it's completely reasonable to say that I should be working on Hydra by now, at least a little bit, but I'm still trying to get my Ultimate Nightmare done, and on the Demon Lord and other areas to get those stage 20s on the dungeon, so that I can get the Arbiter. So those are my main priority right now. I do wish I could give Hydra a little bit more attention, but that's okay, because it's coming up here very soon. Okay, and then Chimera, we can usually do a bit with Chimera as far as getting the rewards goes, and which is kind of nice. I don't have to really focus on doing a whole lot for them, and I can still get some of these great rewards that come with. Okay, I'm gonna skim over a couple of these other areas real quick. Cursed City, what I usually do is I go through and I do all the stages that I can potentially even think about getting done, but I don't push too hard or rebuild champions too much in order to finish certain stages. What I do is I just get as far as I can with normal and hard, and then I go back to the normal stage and I just do C1 over and over again whenever I have to for the daily quest. That's just, it is what it is. I wish we could continue further so we can get some more of these rewards, but we don't have as many champions, a variety of champions to be able to complete as many of these stages as we can, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it and resources on it until I get those dungeons, stage 20 dungeons done, and get my clan boss, my demon lord done as well. Siege, I try to participate in Siege, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's really difficult. Oftentimes we'll go in and their teams that I'm going up against are just really difficult, even in the clan that I'm in. So I check in, I try where I can, but it's not a huge thing for me right now in this stage of the game for free to play. Doom Tower. Often for Doom Tower, I can't do hard at all. I'll go into normal and I'll go as far as I can, and then I'll just sit and farm, obviously for the daily quests and things. The silver keys, I'll go in and just farm whatever we need to do for that. Okay, so that covers Siege, Curse City, Doom Tower, Clan Bosses, Arena. So Tag Team Arena, not a huge focus for me. I just try to get up when I can, but if not, it's not that big of a deal for me. And honestly, I'm just getting all of my Tag Team Arena tokens keys done so that I can get as many of these bazaar items as possible whenever they come up, because there are some really good bazaar items, especially when you're earlier on in the game. These rewards are actually really useful. So I do try to get as much of these guilds, whatever they're called, as much as possible so that I can buy those out. For Arena, we are in Gold 1. Now, I've purposely tried to stay around this area. I know some people are like, oh, you might as well just push. I know I could probably be in at least Gold 3, Gold 4, Gold 5, to be honest with you. Probably could, just because you're matched with people who are similar. I think it's account powers that you're linked with. I'm not entirely sure, but I probably could get it a little bit further. But I noticed that as I get up into Gold 2 and Gold 3, it starts to become really difficult for me to get any keys done at all, especially in this Arbiter mission where I'm trying to upgrade that affinity bonus in the Great Hall. I'm trying to get as many arena wins as possible, so I'm just keeping that one-man team easy, keeping me in Gold 1 so that I can at least have enough easy teams to get through it. Live Arena, I don't mess with unless I have to for a daily quest. I'm just being totally honest and straight up. I don't try to mess with this, otherwise it's a 50-50. It's just one of those things where I'll go into and I'll either get matched with a team that I absolutely 100% can win, easy, no problem, or absolutely cannot. It's rarely ever like a good match of, okay, let's strategically figure this out and win it. That's just not going to happen. So it's not really a big focus for me. Arena in general is not a big focus. I'm just using the champions that I've already pre-built for the other areas. Faction Wars. I feel like we've done fairly well with Faction Wars. We're getting along with some of our stars and completions here and there. Definitely could have been a lot further. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I kind of decided to take a step back with building out Faction Wars champions. And the reason why is because I was doing pretty well, but I stopped doing that simply because I wanted to save up any champions that so like for instance, when you're trying to upgrade Faction Wars champions, obviously you'll have a lot of like rares that are 3-starred level 30, or you'll have a lot of rares or epics that are 4-starred or level 40, and then you can go ahead and upgrade all of these guys. It's fairly easy to upgrade all of them because we have a lot of resources, right, to upgrade all of our 3-star champions and 4-star champions. Is a lot easier to do, but I decided to stop doing that as often because the more and longer I'm playing, the better of a roster I'm getting, which means that I'm getting better epics, some more legendaries, some more ability to be able to even further in the game with Faction Wars and other areas. So I wait and use those resources for these better champions so that I can build them out a little bit stronger versus putting a lot of resources into mediocre champions, if that makes sense. I'm waiting until I have the better champions so that I can get further into Faction Wars. For now, I'm kind of just farming it out as I go. Dungeons. With almost all of these guys, I can do about stage 17, and I'm working my way up to stage 20. That's the goal. That's the hope. We're trying to get to stage 20 and all of them for the Arbiter missions. Like I mentioned, there's a couple of key champions that I have that I am trying to build out. Like for instance, Miscreated Monster for spiders. Oh, this one's only at stage, oh my goodness. Venom Mage can help me out with a couple of these too. I'm trying really hard to build out the champions that are going to help me get further in these. Minnow, we can obviously do stage 15 just fine. It has to be a full team. I don't have a solo farmer yet, or rather I haven't tested it in a while. Maybe Alice or somebody could solo it. Not entirely sure, to be totally honest with you, but I could probably get like 3 of them to probably get it done. But either way, Minnow's done and we do it in a decent amount of time, so I'm not too worried about it. Trying to catch up on my masteries though as much as possible. Let's talk about my favorite topic that I really want to cover for this specific account, which is fusions. I set out when I created this account, I decided I was going to try and do as many fusions as possible with a brand new free-to-play account, and it was hard. I did 1 fusion right off the bat. It was I think Ishiyama, right? We had Ishiyama, which we completed, no problem, which is ironic because we then pulled Magnar, which is ironically they're somewhat similar. Obviously have different kits and whatnot, but they're both HP based damage champions, so I thought that was funny, but it's okay. And Magnar does really, really well too. I love him so much. But yeah, we got Ishiyama for the first fusion, and then the second fusion that we were able to finish was Tholen Foulbeard. We got him. We had a couple of kinks when we were trying to finish this up. For example, we had a hard time with some of the shards. As you can see, I am very low on the big boy shards, very, very low, and it's for good reason. We've done 2 back-to-back fusions, and then this current fusion that's going on, which is Titus, we were going for, and actually I genuinely thought that I had it in the bag. Total wrap up, was excited to to dive into it and get it done, but we kind of slipped up towards the end. Like, this ends in a little over a day, right? And there was one single event that I messed up on, and it wasn't even because I didn't have the resources or the ability to finish it, because I did. It was because I just went to bed that night forgetting that the event was finishing. I did a whole video on it and talked about it, but you can go watch that if you'd like. But I was so upset because I was excited to be able to say that I started a brand new free-to-play account. She's about 100 days in, a little over 100 days, and I thought I was going to be able to say, okay, we did 3 fusions in a row. Every fusion that has started, you know, we've been able to do back to back to back. Brand new account, free to play, haven't spent a cent on it. We almost did it, and it was just from a really silly mess up that we weren't able to. Very, very sad. Excited to be getting Dark Elhain because I like her, I love her, she's a lot of fun, especially if you build her right. She can also help me a lot with some of the other dungeons that I'm trying to get through. She's a lot of fun. I'm excited to build her out once I get her. But yes, so that's an overview of where we're at. We were able to do 2 back fusions, almost 3. It was just a simple mess up. I genuinely believe we would have been able to do it, but we didn't because of my silly brain must have been mess up. So if we were to say we almost did 3 back-to-back fusions on this account. CVCs we do fairly well. This one, it's non-PR, so I'm not going crazy on it. I'm not doing anything nuts, but we usually can get easily 100,000 points for the CVCs that go on, especially the personal rewards. This account, I think, is doing pretty dang well. I feel like we've done a great job of aligning our resources and the use of those resources with the different events that are going on. We were able to do 2 back-to-back fusions, almost 3. We've stayed up to date on all the different tournaments. I'm trying. Like, I feel like we've done a whole lot of things. A couple of areas that I definitely could have done better at is 1, obviously our Arbiter. I think that one's obvious. I wish I had gotten further than that, but that's okay. We just won't even count it. 1 is artifacts. I definitely wish I was a little bit smarter with my artifacts and leveling them up to the 16s right off the bat, like the better items. I think I've learned a lot from doing this free-to-play account because building out champions and their gear has always been like one of my weaker points as far as, you know, being a game player in this specific game. I don't know why. I think the reason is because the first couple of years of playing this game, anytime I got a brand new champion, what I would do is I wouldn't really actually, I know I wouldn't read their kit and what they did and what their abilities were. I'd just go find a YouTube video, listen to what that creator told me to put on them, and I would just do that. I wouldn't learn why they needed certain stats or how many stats, how high their accuracy needed to be for a certain stage of the game. I wouldn't go and read or learn about their different abilities to learn what kind of, you know, nuances they have and what other team members they could have that would work well together. I didn't do that. So I think that starting this account has really been eye-opening for me and allowed me to get a little bit better at that and spending more time on learning more and reading. I know that sounds so silly, but it was just one of those things where I was just playing the game a little bit casually. So I was just watching a YouTube video, learning how to do it for them, learning how to do it from them, and then just copying what they did. But I wasn't truly learning it, and this account kind of reopened my eyes on how I could be better at that, because I wanted to get through as many of these different stages of the game as possible for this account, and also doing 3 back fusions, wanted to anyway, and just really thrive on this account, show, I guess, how much I've learned. And it really pushed me to realize, okay, I need to get better at a few things. One of them was my gear. I had to get better at learning what's good gear, which ones you should be leveling up to 16, which ones you should be keeping, whatnot, how important freaking speed is. I mean, I already knew that, but I really learned it. Like, for instance, this one has a double roll up on HP. Like, yes, it's speed boots, but it's also anyway, there's so many things that I've learned from this account. So one of them, definitely artifacts. Wish I'd been a little bit better about that. 2, I wish I'd put more time into the Demon Lord and figuring out a team for that, way more than I did for other areas of the game. Other areas of the game are important too, like dungeons, but I do feel like if I had gotten to Nightmare a lot faster, I would have been able to get a lot more better rewards more consistently, and it would have helped a whole lot. Like, even just the XP brews alone and the potions that you get from the Demon Lord, and if you can do it more consistently and with less keys, are fantastic. And I learned that by being able to create a 1-key team for my main account and realizing just how many more rewards I was getting on that account versus this account, or on that same account when I was doing 2, 3, 4 keys before. It's crazy how many more rewards you get when you're consistently doing, you know, Demon Lord with more keys. Anyway, that was very long-winded, and I apologize. Thank you so much for watching this. This was an update on how my account's doing as a free-to-play player after being 117 days in. We're doing okay. There were quite a lot of wins, a lot of great achievements I think that we've been able to say that we've been able to have completed and done, but also there were a couple of mistakes and some learning moments. So thank you so much for being here. Please feel free to comment where you're at with your free-to-play journey. How many days are you in? What's your biggest struggle right now? And also, what's your biggest pull? I love hearing what people pull right off the bat because, well, actually I don't. I hate it because then it just makes me want to go pull more, and hope that I can get your luck too. Good luck continuing on with this game. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. I hope you have an amazing freaking rest of your day. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.